You feel it every day, don't you? That subtle weight is pressing against your chest, the feeling that something is holding you back. You have big dreams, aspirations that light a fire within you, but there's always something stopping you from fully reaching out and grabbing them. You wonder why it feels like you're constantly bumping against an invisible ceiling, like there's a barrier between you and the life you're meant to live. The truth is, that barrier isn't the outside world. It's you. You're not alone in this. We all create cages for ourselves, often without even realizing it. You wake up in the morning with a list of things to do, goals to accomplish, and promises you've made to yourself. But by the end of the day, too many of those goals remain untouched. You tell yourself you'll do it tomorrow, but the same pattern repeats, and the invisible cage around you grows slightly stronger. Why? It's not because you're lazy, unmotivated, or unworthy. It's because deep down, you've built this cage to protect yourself from failure, rejection, or even success. Yes, success can be as terrifying as failure. Picture yourself standing in front of a door. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of that door. Happiness, success, fulfillment. But instead of walking through it, you hesitate. You see, the door is wide open, but the voice in your head whispers, what if I'm not good enough? What if I fail? What if I'm not ready? These thoughts are the bars of your invisible cage, locking you in a space of comfort, but also of stagnation. You've spent so long in this place that it's become familiar, almost safe. Staying stuck is uncomfortable, but it's easier than risking the pain of stepping out. That's the paradox of self-limitation. It keeps you in a bubble, but also holds you back from the life you were meant to live. Think back to when you wanted something but didn't go for it. Maybe it was a job you didn't apply for because you didn't think you were qualified, or a relationship you didn't pursue because you feared rejection, or maybe it was an idea you had, a dream you wanted to chase, but you held back thinking you weren't ready yet. These are all symptoms of the invisible cage, limiting beliefs that hold you prisoner, even though the key is in your hand. What you need to understand is that these limitations are learned. You weren't born thinking you couldn't achieve great things. Somewhere along the way, you picked up these beliefs from society, from well-meaning family and friends, from past experiences. Over time, they became truths to you, but they're not. They're stories you've told yourself so often that you've come to believe them. It's time to rewrite those stories. You are capable of far more than you give yourself credit for. The mountains in your life, the obstacles that seem impossible, aren't there to stop you. They're there to show you what you're made of. You grow whenever you push against the edges of your invisible cage. Every time you face a fear or take a step outside of your comfort zone, you weaken the bars that hold you back. But it would be best to start by seeing the cage for what it is, an illusion. Look around. What beliefs are you holding on to that keep you from stepping into the life you honestly want? Are you telling yourself you're not intelligent, talented, or strong enough? These beliefs are the walls of your cage. They seem solid, but they're made of thoughts that can be changed. You have the power to dissolve these walls, one step at a time, by questioning them. Ask yourself, is this true? Are you truly incapable of achieving what you want? Or are you just afraid of what might happen if you try? Are you protecting yourself from disappointment, or are you protecting yourself from the greatness you're capable of? The first step to breaking free from the invisible cage is recognizing its existence. It's acknowledging that the limits you've placed on yourself aren't natural, they're choices. You may make choices unconsciously, but choices nonetheless. And just as you've chosen to believe in them, you can choose to let them go. Imagine what your life could look like if you stopped standing in your way. Imagine how free you would feel if you allowed yourself to step fully into your potential. The cage may have kept you safe from pain, but it also kept you safe from the extraordinary. You deserve more than that. So here's where you start. Challenge the stories, question the limitations, and take one small brave step toward the life you've been holding yourself back from. The cage isn't as strong as you think it is. The moment you decide to step beyond it, it begins to fall away. This is your journey. This is when you realize that the power to break free has been within you all along. The invisible cage can only hold you if you let it.